The San Francisco 49ers mantra is brick by brick, and you can't build bricks without a mason. On today's episode, it's time for the 49ers to free Mason. Let's go.
Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Breezy this, breezy that. Ain't nobody working like Breezy, and that's a fact. Overmotivated is an understatement. Gold-blooded to the core, got your squad hating. Breezy make it look easy. Breezy on everything like 05067 Weezy. This is not a gang. Yeah, we faithful in every way. And even though we on the East Coast, very loyal to the Bay. Heavy red and gold every day. And if you really a Niner fan, I know you can relate. Applying pressure with this content like Smaller Bear. We not accepting no slander about Trey, so beware. I stay in exclusively Niner hats. And I always tell the truth, this exclusively Niner facts. Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Yeah. Breezy this.
Hey. We back, baby. The WayneBreezie show is back. I got my brother from another mother. Fear to God is in the building. What's going on, baby?
What's the word, man? I was just appreciating those bars you dropped at the beginning. Woo!
That's Lake City, man.
Shout out to Lake as well, but I'm talking about you, talking about some, brick by brick. The only way you could build is with a mason. Oh,
hey,
let's go.
Hey, yo, it's crazy, right? Because I'm sitting here saying to myself, I don't write this stuff out. We off the dome peoples over here in Connecticut, man. We don't even brown paper bag it. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do, baby. But listen, it just came to me as you was in the show, and I'm like, yo, what am I gonna say to the people? How are we gonna open up the show, bro? And it was just, it just came. It just downloaded in my head, yo. But that's what we've been doing. We've been talking about brick by brick. We've been putting this piece together ever since John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan has taken over the 49ers, and they've started their tenure here, and it's brick by brick, right? And so now they actually have the Mason on their team, and I'm talking about JP Mason, Jordan Mason, bro. Like, man, what a find. Haven't seen this crazy breakout game yet, but it's coming, and we're going to talk about it right here on today's episode because that's what we about, man. So Fair, before we get started, man, just let everybody know how you feeling, how you doing. It's another morning, man. It's a beautiful morning over here.
Yes. Actually, it is a beautiful, brisk Connecticut morning.
But brisk outside.
Clear skies, though, man. The weather's cool. Feeling good, man. Just had some downtime, and figured I'd hop on with you for a little bit, and I appreciate, as always, you having me.
Appreciate you. Now, guys, today's going to be that call-in show because tomorrow we're going to do the actual preview show with John Chapman. We had to switch some stuff around. So we will be opening up the phone line soon, and you guys can come on here and talk your talk. I love to hear it, man. It's that Shoot the Breeze segment that we love to do here on the WayneBreezie show. So get ready, get your phones ready, and we're going to bring in a couple of special guests as well, right? So let's have a great show. Let's get down to it. Before we start, round of applause to everybody out there. I got to give our members their props. Members, you know who you are. Boats is in the building. Eddie Glover's in the building. Miss Debbie's in the building. We're praying for your health. I'm hoping you're feeling just a little bit better than you were yesterday. I know we talked earlier. You weren't feeling too good, but thank you for tuning in anyway. Christy Marie's in the building. Brother Scott's in the building, man. Shout out to all the members out there. Terradome coming in singing. Breezy this, breezy that. My sister Tanya, I didn't forget to text you. I just forgot to text you. I know that doesn't make sense. It makes sense in my head, though. So just trust me. The text is coming. I just don't know the information that you were asking me to tell you in the text. And that's why I didn't text you yet. But I promise it's coming. My girl Jackie's in the building, a.k.a. Jacqueline Knox, a.k.a. Jack Rabbit. Yo, speaking of Jack Rabbit, he's wearing number 22, bro. Jack, he's out there practicing. I got to ask you this before we even get the show started. Do we see the Jack Rabbit this Sunday? That's for the contribution.
49 that he gets out there. I just don't know for certain, man. And we have to, I guess, see this week what he has in the tank left. If there's anything left there, we're going to use it. We're going to put that car out on the road.
It's a piece that not Sean McVay, Mike McDaniel hasn't seen much of.
Yep.
Like if he has a great practice, there's a small possibility that he's going to be out there. They got some wide receivers. See. I know what like I know Kyle is up to something and people not paying attention, but that's why we're here.
Yes, for sure.
Listen, bump the formalities. Y'all know where to find the show. Make sure you download Breezy This, Breezy That by Lake City Fresh. And don't forget to join the podcast as well on Apple Podcasts. It's the WayneBreezie Show. Make sure you guys check it out. Leave 5-star rating. Boom, boom, boom. And don't forget, like now, right now, like. Bump the formalities, like right now. All right, here we go. I was on a podcast last night.
Yep.
With my man El Capitan. He's a Dolphin fan. Really cool guy, right? He was talking real breezy though. And
really?
And so you know me, I'm a guest. So I'm trying to hold in. but you know me.
Right.
So
I know you.
It took maybe he got 22 minutes of the colloquial WayneBreezie, like, by the book.
He got Breezy this for 22 minutes.
And then in the last 52 minutes, he got Breezy that. I wasn't taking that slander crap, man. He trying to tell me we need to be worried. We need to be worried. Here's the question I got for everybody out there. We're going to start with you. How is it? Why come nobody talking about the 49er weapons anymore? You can't tell me it's because of one Saints game, bro.
Man, I think, you know what, man? I think that people, what was the Roy Jones? Y'all must have forgot. I think people forgot, man. And you know what? The fact that
I got you.
The fact that the Saints really had finally like a full unit on defense. They looked a lot better, and people were like expecting us to blow them out, not knowing that, hey, they've been banged up. That defense, when healthy, is really, really good. Stop trying to belittle their performance and give them their props because they played well, they game playing well, and they got some true dogs out there on defense. Are you, and I guess my question to you is, are you as worried about Miami's defense than you were with a full Saints unit?
See, I knew the Saints defense was a problem.
Yep.
And on the pre-shows, people, y'all got to watch the pre-show. I don't know why y'all don't want to watch the pre-game show. I know it's food and football, but we talked about it. Mose and I sat there. I said, Mose asked me, what's the one thing I'm worried about? I said, their defense.
Yep.
I said, I know they give up points. I said that on my Breezy Selects. I know they give up points, but man, they play tight. They have a pass rush. And what's the one thing that every team's defense is going to do when they play the 49ers? What are they going to force us to do, Fair?
Not run the ball.
Not run the ball. Like you're gonna take away the run and make Jimmy Garoppolo say, I'm just gonna throw down the field.
For sure.
And that is the blueprint. But there's times that Jimmy finds ways to overcome that. He did it in the Arizona Cardinals game.
For sure.
I don't think the Miami Dolphins defense is as tight as the New Orleans Saints defense. I think they got great defensive players. I think they've added a couple of pieces. They got Melvin Ingram, they got Bradley Chubb, they got my man Chris Wilkes in the middle. Like they got some stouts. They got to find a way to put it all together and play for 50 plus minutes. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the 40, like Jimmy, don't sleep on Jimmy in this game. I know a lot of people are sleeping on Jimmy Garoppolo, saying he can't do this, he can't do that. You know what? Tua's the same way. Tua's just a left-handed version of Jimmy. They both like to get the ball out of their hand quicker. And for Tua's just been doing it because he's been with his weapons day one, training camp. We've been adding pieces and pieces and pieces. And I'm going to tell you, this is going to be the game where they click. This is going to be the game when they click, bro.
Like to hear that, man, and looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I know Eric Rowe. They're talking about Eric Rowe is going to be playing on George Kittle. There's not one safety in this league that can shut down George Kittle. Not if George Kittle plays, if they let George Kittle be George Kittle. And you want to know what the key to the tight end game is? You want to know who the key to the tight end game is?
Talk about it.
It's Tyler Kroft. If Tyler Kroft is playing, George Kittle is activated fully. And I mean, I'm talking about the George Kittle 85, give me the ball. Because now they can utilize both in the blocking game and both in the passing game. And that's what changes. The fact that Tyler Kroft was inactivated on Sunday at game time, I said right there on Sizzling Sunday, this is going to be a different game.
Yeah, you got to keep him in. You got to keep Kittle in. He's going to be more of a blocking option. And yeah, like you said, once that happens this week, if Kroft is, and that's what it looks like, if he's going to be playing, man, we could hear Kittle over the middle quite a few times on Sunday.
Look, the key to this game is going to come down to the defenses, obviously. I think whichever defense, falters, makes that one mistake, that's where the offense is going to get that advantage, right? And so do you keep Miami's offense off the field? Is that the game plan? Keep them off the field?
I think that's typically how Kyle operates anyway, right? He wants those long, sustained, punishing drives where he's running the ball down your throat. And a lot of times, man, our offense, I should say, is not focused on trying to hit a big play. We're just methodical with it. So I can see that. I can see that being the plan, and just kind of grinding down those couple stars that they have on the D-line. They don't have a bunch of players. They don't have that depth. So you want to try to, bully them early. By the time second half comes, we may be able to start getting the brick guy out there that you were talking about earlier.
Hey, and we're going to get to that very shortly. Listen, before what I want to do is I want to bring on a couple of people onto the broadcast. So we're going to do it one by one. And I'm gonna put the link out here. If you want to be on the broadcast right now and talk your talk, we want to know how you feel. I see you talking in the chat. Terradome is out there. Dion, I see you guys talking. If you want to jump on, you can. Before we do that, before I put the link in there, though, let's talk about a couple of things. So we definitely want to talk about give some credit to our guy Nick Bosa. All right, defensive player of the mother loving month, Craig. 19 total pressures, 3 sacks, 6 tackles. This dude only has one game without a sack. One game without a sack.
Crazy.
Do you see him getting multiple sacks against the Miami Dolphins? Now, Teron Armstead is supposed to be playing. He's probably going to play. How effective will he be? But I don't think their other tackle, their right tackle, I don't think he's going to be out there.
Right. And you know what? You know who's playing for us? That's going to open up thing.
Eric Armstead.
Our Armstead is who's playing, right? So that's where it's going to get a little tricky, because if you have to worry about the interior, you have to double team inside. That leaves you one-on-one with Bosa outside. You can chip, you can hold, because that's what everybody does. You can do that. But as Bosa have shown this month, he's still going to eat. There's nothing you could do about it. You might as well put at least one sack down. That other half or that other sack that's coming, that's just extra. But you could just put it in the book already. So, I mean, I feel like Bosa's going to have a nice game. And, 2 sacks is kind of where I'm thinking, especially with Armstead playing.
Yeah, I see Bosa hasn't had that breakout game yet, right?
Right. Just he's kind of like Shanny's offense, methodical, just steady working, and it just happens because he's talented.
But he's only not having a breakout game due to the officials and the way that they're defending him or offending him, however you want to look at it, right? like the way that
they're defensive against him, that's for sure.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, because he's getting the pressure. Bosa has 2 defensive roughing the passer calls back-to-back games. Does he get another one in this game?
No, that one last week was kind of soft.
Was it soft?
Was it, or was it the week before? I think it was one that he just I
felt like they both were soft.
He didn't run through him. He just pushed him, and the dudes just flopped a little bit.
I think Bosa is doing the. I don't mind if he gets one a mother freaking game. Let me keep it a buck with you. I don't care if he gets one for the remainder of his career. They hold him every play, and he's tired of being held. You know what? Take 15. Bosa, you got 15 on me, bro. Just don't let it happen at the wrong time. I think that's where it comes down to, like the timing of the penalty.
And give me 8 back with the sack that you about to get. You know what I mean? Like, you owe me 8, bro. Just you get it with the sack and we good.
Here's the funny thing. I was talking to El Capitan from his podcast, and you know they're pretty stout on the fact that their team has scored plus 30 in the last 4 games. So I'm like, dude, who the fuck did y'all play, man? Like. And just like you're not playing anybody, right? They have never faced a defense this tough. Buffalo, maybe, but Buffalo was missing their cornerbacks. Like Buffalo was missing pieces too.
For sure.
Right?
Yes.
But let's talk about the key to this defense. They have never faced a defense with this linebacking core. And the one thing he mentioned was the linebackers. I think every Dolphin fan that was in the chat was focused on the linebackers. Let's talk about this linebacker trio, man. God darn, man, they're ridiculous. Fred Warner is upper echelon, and I don't see the other two being too far off from that upper echelon, bro. Linebackers, are they the key to this game? Because what's going to happen is they're going to try to match up Tyreek Hill on a Fred. They're going to try to catch these D'Amico Ryans in the wrong set. I guarantee you.
Yep, for sure. And you know what? That's part of that Kyle Shanahan coaching tree, right? We got that other guy over there who learned under Kyle for so long. So he's trying to get those mismatches on defense, and he's trying to get you thinking instead of reacting. And you know what? We saw similar situation in the Super Bowl with Kansas City, where they did the same thing and they try to get us matched up wrong. And we just have to make sure that D'Amico is on point, which he has been. I'm not saying that he isn't. We just have to make sure that he's on point and he's focused. And, you know, more than anything, Fred has to be that voice on the field to let everybody know what personnel we need to be in based on who's coming in and who's out. So I'm not really worried about if Fred's matched up on somebody. I'm more worried about the other two and what that may look like if one of them are lined up on one of those shifty, fast guys that they have on that side.
Pit Bulls. Can I do it one more time?
Do it. Let's go.
Where my dogs at?
And these linebackers don't exist anywhere else in the league. We're the only team with those 3.
There's not a linebacking core.
No. Just here.
And they're healthy. Look, the speed of the linebackers is something that's going to be key. And I think, that's what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch and the guys, they were trying to develop. When they brought in Quan Alexander, what was the best thing? He was known for his speed, right? And his energy, speed and energy. Did he make all the tackles? Absolutely not. But they were also developing Azeez Al-Shaair, right? Who are you going to say?
No, I was going to say in his attitude. Quan's attitude. Right. He changed the way that Fred played.
And he changed the way that Fred, I felt like, when it comes to his attitude. Yeah, sure. I would say I agree with that 100%. Here's a fact. Terradome, we got to get you on here. Robert Saleh coached the New York Jet football. I'm gonna try to read it like him. A Robert Saleh coached New York Jet team held the Miami Dolphins to 17 points in a 40-17 win week 5. Did I do my justice? Did I do the Terradome justice?
That was
it. He gonna get on here and get me. But listen, think about that for a second. We're talking about defense. We're talking about a stout defense. You're talking about a defense that just came off shutting out a team. It doesn't matter who the team was. It doesn't matter what the score was. It only matters that they gave up 0 points to an NFL team.
Right.
Look, And I know the Dolphins were blowing the brake snots out of the Houston Texans, who are clearly the worst team in the NFL. Clearly, we understand that. But the Texans was crawling back. And if Davis Mills doesn't throw that interception, it's a touchdown, right? Because they were right there in the red zone. And then that game was a little bit different. And that was after they took out Tua, because Tua was getting beat the freak up because Armstead got injured. So let's just keep it a buck. An unhealthy Armstead means somebody going off. I don't care if it's Nick Bosa. I don't care if it's Kerry Hyder. This is my show, so I'm going to talk shit. I don't care if it's any 49er defensive Kamoko Toure, get ready. I don't care who it is. Somebody is getting to that quarterback.
For sure. For sure. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
It was just behooving me how they were kind of like, I felt like he was saying our defense was a fluke, but he gave props to the linebackers. That was it. It was the only thing he gave props to.
What week are we in, Breezy?
What week are we in?
Yeah, what week is it?
13?
Week 13. What rank is this defense?
Number 1.
So you're telling me we got 12 weeks of flukes? Because there's enough data for that to eat all those flukes to be evened out, right? There's more than enough time. You know, if it happens week 2 and 3 and your team is 1 and you played some teams that we're in the double digits and we're still number 1. There's a reason for that. Those averages, those highs, those lows, those have already worked themselves out. This is the number 1 defense in the league. And on Sunday, they're just going to have to find out the hard way, apparently.
This is unfortunate, yo. What I was trying to do was just diminish their expectations, because that 30 points, like, okay, so we gave up 40 points to the Chiefs.
Right.
Who wouldn't? Like, at the end of the day, did you hear what Michael Irvin had to say about the Chiefs and the 49ers? Because they asked him on 95.7. They were like, oh, the 49ers' worst defensive games against the Chiefs. He said that's because they had God playing at quarterback.
Right.
The key to the Chiefs beating the Niners is always Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones. It's them two guys. I don't know what it is about them two guys, but those two guys show up. And I got to add in a little Frank Clark. That's about it. And we got bamboozled, sidewinked, or hoodwinked by McCole Hardman, who ain't played since. So listen, it wasn't even Travis Kelce. Kelce was not the answer. I felt like Kelce was limited. It was Patrick Mahomes, who he's the best extended play quarterback in the league, hands down. It used to be Aaron Rodgers. It is clearly now Patrick Mahomes. That dude matter of fact, he's more accurate stepping outside the pocket, extending the play, than he is accurate staying in the pocket. We sacked his ass in the pocket. It's when he's out the pocket where you're just like, oh man. And now you're forcing your defenders to cover. That ain't Tua, bro. As good as Tua is this year, and I'm gonna give him his props, Tua's doing amazing. You know why? Getting the ball out of his hand quick. Like, it's just we downplay Jimmy Garoppolo for getting the ball out of his hand quick, but we upplay Tua. They do the same thing.
Double standards, man. Double standards. I think you know what it is. It's because it's coming out lefty and folks ain't seen it.
Southpaw.
Like, oh man, I don't know. That looks a little different. No, Niners fans know that's the left-handed Jimmy. We've seen that. He even has our old OC. I mean, and we're gonna talk about that.
We can have this conversation because I'm not gonna. I want you to finish first.
No. I'm saying we were there. We saw it live in person, right?
Oh yeah, but So Mariota did, and it really was a Mariota game, and it wasn't from him throwing. The dude just ran, and we knew that. So I knew that. Fair knew that. Mose knew that. Yeah, he had a couple of throws because he would extend plays with his feet, which forced us the way we changed up the way we play. And you know what the Falcons did? They just kept running the ball. Like, they would not stop running the ball. Mariota didn't throw for a lot of yards. He ran damn near as much as he threw. My point is, we didn't spy him, and I couldn't figure out why. So Roadrunner, you're right. Because Mariota was the only reason why we lost that game, and Jeff Wilson Jr. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm sorry. Fumbling at the beginning of the game,
that was big. And the red zone,
your momentum on the road. I don't give what anybody says. You fumble the ball. Not only do you fumble the ball,
red zone, they scored.
They scored off of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that
I mean,
changes.
but you know what, man? Just for the record, like y'all can't. So if we're keeping it a buck, right, y'all? I saw folks saying like, "Oh, well, Tua didn't play versus the Jets, so that don't count." Well, guess what happened with us in Atlanta?
Well,
I
how
can
many
only name about 4 or 5 defensive starters that we had.
bro?
Four defensive starters that we had that game.
That was the first game that the defense was gonna have to figure it out without the starting defenses.
Anyone.
And then you're bringing in the guys from special teams, right? And look at where they were then. Them guys are now playing, and we got guys back, and we're back to number one. So let that sink in.
Correct. And that's after that game. That's after the 40-point thrashing from Kansas City. We're still the top defense with those included. So that's why I go back to the data has already fixed itself.
Okay.
This is the number one defense.
Did you say data earlier, and now you're saying data?
I do.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing it right, because I heard you say data, and I was like data, and now you're saying data, and I'm like data.
I don't know, all that good stuff. But
it's all Gucci, bro.
Yes, sir. So, but my point is that that's worked itself out. This is the number one defense. That's who's going to be there when y'all pull up in Cali, and that's who they're going to face. Be ready.
Just Miami fans, just know you're about to face a defense. Will you be able to score in this defense? For sure.
Yeah.
Don't expect though to score, right? That 30-point stuff, be ready. Just be ready for a 5-game winning streak to come to an end. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I'm super confident. I got more confident listening to the Miami fans talk shit. I don't know what it was, and that made me even more confident. I'm gonna stay low, stay humble, blow like Hootie. But at the end of the day, I just know that this defense is gonna put up and shut out. So just get ready, because you might get shut out number 2. And the one thing that they don't factor in is that the defense definitely makes the best adjustments at halftime. It's weird, don't know how, but they do it. Do they get burnt? For sure. They're gonna get burnt in coverage. Absolutely. Are gonna blow coverages? Probably.
Yeah.
But they also force fumbles. They get interceptions, and don't let them score. Don't let the defense score, Miami. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't give us the ball back.
Yeah.
Don't give us extra opportunities. Don't do that, please.
Sure. Roadrunner, appreciate you, man. I hope you were on the stream last night when I was on the Miami Dolphins stream. But thank you so much for coming to the channel. Please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you, man. It's all love. You know how he is. This is probably going to be the best game on TV, and somehow the NFL, even though it's not on TV, somehow the NFL will make sure that it's the Kansas City game. Like somehow they'll make sure it's that Kansas, because it's Patrick Mahomes. I forgot who, and the Bengals. It's a AFC. Yeah. But look, it's gonna be crazy. All right. At the end of the day, now before we open up, bring people on and open up the phone lines, we're gonna get a couple of people on here. I want to hear what they got to say. Let's spend a couple of minutes talking about Freemason, because listen, Christian McCaffrey has some knee irritation, and I don't know what that means. I just know that Kyle Shanahan said the knee didn't feel good, and Kyle Shanahan was like, all right, don't practice. You know what I'm saying? Will Christian McCaffrey play on Sunday, bro?
Yes.
Okay.
I just know that when I'm irritated, I don't want to be bothered. So is his knee like not wanting to be bothered at this time, and it needs like a couple days to itself? I don't know. I'm just asking what knee irritation is.
It's super weird, because I went back and watched the game after I watched film, and I'm like, dude played to like damn near the 6 minutes into the fourth quarter. When did the knee get irritated? I don't know.
A little extra hitch or whatever type of gizmo on his knee, like after halftime, and he still played. He still played. Hey, look, just know that you have not said his name in 2 weeks. There was one thing that my man El Capitan said about Tehran. He was like, hit their left tackle. It was like, you know what? This could be them trying to, throw some smoke, throw some stuff out there to where like, oh, he not gonna play, and then prepare for him. Well, listen, Kyle Shanahan is the king of that. Kyle Shanahan is the king of deception. He's damn near the devil. Like, he will make you think one thing and do something totally different, and you were prepared for that. And next thing you know, he's coming out doing this. You're like, oh, snap. That's right. Kyle.
That's who he is. At his presser yesterday, when they asked him a question, John pointed it out, and I was just like, Kyle got me cracking up on the inside. He really doesn't like the media, but he has no choice but to be there. Yo, you got to watch it. It's too funny.
You're fine.
Right. Yo, Paul saying CMC will be scoring on Sunday. You think this is, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to put up the amount of points that we did 2 weeks ago and him not get a touchdown or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last week was a little more of a grinded out game, so we didn't really see the end zone that much. I could see it 3 weeks in a row of him not scoring. I don't think that's realistic.
He should have had a touchdown last week.
Should have.
We know what we're talking about, right?
We on the same page. We
ain't
gonna talk about him.
We got no. We're not gonna bring it up. We're not gonna bring it up. We passed that. It's Kuna Matata.
Right.
Yeah. Kuna Matata. Jared saying, Jared Higgins saying, I'm calling for a juice TD. Another name you haven't heard much of lately.
Right.
So here's the point. The point is,
I get where he's going. No, I was gonna say real quick. I get where he's going too. You get it. Miami, home of, Florida, home of, oranges, orange juice on Sunday. Let's go, man. 1 + 1. Let's go.
I know I can hit that Beyonce note right now, bro. I didn't know the falsetto was there, man. Listen, it's going to be a great game nonetheless. May the best team win. All right. And here we go. Let's talk about Jordan Mason, man, because Jordan Mason came in this game and he did something that Kyle Shanahan was astonished by. And the main thing was, the first thing was he closed out the game. But I think he was more astonished by, I just put in this young pup and he didn't fumble the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they traded Jeff Wilson Jr. Hey, no shade, Jeff. You in a better place right now. I appreciate you, all your contributions to San Francisco 49ers. But right now, you an enemy. Raheem Mostert, enemy. These guys are enemies, man. Ain't no love talking, friend making right now. It's time to get punched in the motherfreaking mouth for opening up your mouth in the first place. And I think that's the difference between the San Francisco 49ers and every other team in the league. They don't talk trash. They just back it up.
Right. Every week.
Every week. Jordan Mason, bro. Let's talk about this kid, man.
I'm excited about the potential. I'm excited about the way that he runs. Just how once he gets downhill, how tough it is to bring him down. He's like a battering ram down there, bro. Like you see him in between the tackles just bouncing off D linemen like they're 150 pounds. Like those are 300-pound dudes down there that he just moves through like nothing. He's smooth too. He has a smooth running style while still being, hard to bring down. It was dope to see. It was cool to see him get back to back carries like that and not even look like he's tired at all. I mean, he's been resting the whole year. I get it, but same. Like he has a punishing style while still being fluid, which is really tough for defense.
Just watch him on special teams, bro. First man down the field. Him and Womack, man. What pieces they picked up, yo. You get what I'm saying? Like, those, damn, they just know what they're doing. Freemason, real quick, fair before we start bringing on our guest.
Yes.
Is it time? Is it time for Kyle Shanahan to take the chains off this young fella, say, bump that. You've been on my active roster all season long. I wasn't going to let you go to the practice squad. I knew I was going to lose you. I don't care if you can't pass protect. Get in there, run the damn ball, do what you do, hold on to the ball, make a play if you can, get a couple of blocks. Is it time for Kyle Shanahan to free Mason?
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, when it's his time and it's running downs, you have that option now where everybody assumes that he's going to be running the ball, and you don't necessarily have to, keep him in the pass block, but you could get a play action and have him just run out in the flat, and that may open up something else for somebody else down the field. So there's a few different things that we get to use with Mason now, and him getting a little bit of confidence on a game day is key to this end of the year run that we're going to be on.
I love it. Let's get the Terror Dome on here right now, man. I love when you come on here and provide so much insight, Bishop, and it's really cool to just hear you talk, and we just sit back and listen and receive the wisdom. But it's time, man. It's Jordan Mason time. We're down to a certain amount of running backs. Tevin Coleman still may be called up, but let's talk about it, man. Are we freeing Mason week 13 of the NFL?
Yes, sir, we are. I went back and looked at things, and I was just almost frustrated because we weren't putting Mason in early in the year. And I had to do some analyzation. A little bit of my detective skills went working. And I remember my late great dad and I used to be talking, and he said, you know, man, these NFL teams, they'll hide a ball player. And I said, what you mean, Dad? And it made me look at the trade deadline. The trade deadline was November 1st. And we didn't see Jordan Mason good until around November 21st when he was down in Arizona. When we played Arizona down in Mexico City, and he started getting carries. Kyle made good and daggone well until you couldn't get this ball player before you started letting everybody in the other 31 teams see that I got a beast back there running around with the balance of beast mode. And I just seen Callie Young said a good comp, Marion the Barbarian, who used to play for the Dallas Cowboys back in the day. Very, very similar in their running styles. And he does something real, real good. I call it he cradles through the grave. When you sense contact coming, I see him hitting the 4 points of contact with the ball, and he crosses up. He crosses up as he senses it coming to him. That's very, very good for a running back. Cradle through the cave. Always cradle through the grave. That's real good and nuanced. I see that we picked up Jack Rabbit Jenkins. I always liked Jack Rabbit Jenkins. He's from a place in Florida called, I want to get this right, it's called Pomonkey, Florida. It's near the Okeechobee, Lake Okeechobee down there. Let me tell you, in high school, we all get jobs coming up. Some of us work in grocery stores. I used to work at a moving company, Foster's Moving Company and Storage. Amen. They used to work me unmercifully in the summer heat. Come on here, young buck, get hold of this big piece.
This dresser.
This dresser. Yeah, this pool table. Take it up these stairs. This is what Jackrabbit used to do, y'all. They used to clear sugar cane in this part of Florida. And they used to pay these young men $1 for every jackrabbit they caught.
Uh-oh.
Let me pause, hit rewind, and play this again. They used to catch jackrabbits down here in a place called the Muck. This is how quick this dude is.
I knew you was going. I knew this.
They used to catch jackrabbits.
Wow.
When next time you see a jackrabbit, y'all go on out there and try to catch it.
Not happening, bro.
You affiliate what this man did for a couple of dollars in high school. We're gonna teach these young men in Miami, the South Beach 49ers, how to stunt 101 come this Sunday. The great 50 Cent with G Unit says my wrist stay rocked up, my TVs pop up in a Maybach Benz.
Yes.
We are going to be stunting on these boys with the great Nick Bosa. Mr. Armstead will be back. We're going to have something for Mr. Tua, because if you cut the head of a snake, it no longer is valid. It's no longer ready. It's no longer going to hurt you in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
This is good.
You just got to get the Tua. I looked back and seen some of the teams. I didn't just go back and see last week, although effective with the Houston Texans. If you get to Armstead, all of a sudden it starts getting a little.
It's different, bro.
When you start getting the Tua. It's a little different. It started getting a little different when you start getting to them. It ain't cute no more. It ain't cute. And we have the public enemy number one defense. This ain't just no Rudy Poot Texans defense. This ain't no Rudy Poo. You running it up on the Pittsburgh defense. You just running it up on people. You just run it up and they just giving you a whole bunch of cushion. These people play, as Herman Edwards would say, these people play tackle football. These people punch it out. These people ain't gonna give you this cushion. This DeMeco Ryan defense.
It's different.
What you think? This is different. We play tackle football out here. It's supposed to be a little rainy, and it's supposed to be a little cold. And you know I like December football.
Baby.
I like January football.
Even colder.
I like February football. This separates the men from the boys.
Very well said.
And if you ain't ready to get it on, if you ain't ready to strap it up in December, and you find out the true meaning of how this was supposed to be put together, there are 11 players out there, only one football. And we will swarm and we will get 8 hats around the ball at all times. We're going to find out what you're made of. You can put all the plans together, but you got to line it up. And as Ric Flair used to say, you got to walk that out. And I'm going to find out all about you. So all those nice South Florida days where it's 85 degrees and no wind and all that cute stuff, it's going to come to a screeching halt.
It's
those
different.
Cute aquamarine colors.
Ain't no Miami
all that
Vice.
white. That stuff don't look good in snow.
Right.
That's why we don't play golf
Different.
in the middle of Green Bay. That's why we don't play golf in Bloomington, Minnesota. That's why we don't play golf up in Alaska. We get down and we get it come this time of year. I thank you for your time, and I reserve the right to hear all of my Niner Nation and the faithful continue to get up, get your confidence, get yourself together, and let's get this victory.
Let's
Shout
go. Terradome, appreciate you, brother. Love you, man.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
What?
I don't know.
Helmet. I want some shoulder pads. I want some.
I'm ready to strap up. I'm just gonna call like it is. Kenny, you ready? I didn't know if I should say anything when he said strap up, but he didn't say strap it on. He said, I don't know. So I just was a little confused.
Keep it going.
I don't know if Kenny's ready because he turned his camera off. Kenny, you ready?
Nah, hold on. Get somebody else to come on right quick.
All right, bro. Dion, let's go, baby.
All right, man. Look, I listen to me, and I'm about to tell y'all why this is a heck of a task. I was sitting there listening, going, I hope they don't bring me on next because I don't know how to follow that up. I'm sitting here reminding myself, okay, anybody watch the shot with LeBron, right?
Yes.
They asked, listen to me. I'm going to tell you this exactly how this is working. He was just DMX, and I'm Jay-Z. Y'all remember that episode?
Yes.
Jay-Z said straight up, there are certain people you don't follow.
Right.
You don't follow Buster, and you don't follow X. I gotta follow DMX right now.
Yeah.
And all I gotta say is, yeah, that was cute. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try my best to follow that up. Now, there's been a couple of DMX references in this show.
For sure.
There's been some dogs. So what did that make me think of? What the 49ers should come out to, what that defense should ride to, is get at me, dog. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember how he came? It was so gritty. It was filmed in the tunnel, like this, like it black and white, like the video, everything about all that energy. You know, it's just you hear the beat, and then he just comes through. What must I go through to show you it's real? And I really never gave up how Dolphins feel. Robbing I still. Because I want to, because I have to, and don't make me show you what Mike do.
Oh, hey, that's bar.
If you don't know, I'm telling you, if you don't know by now, then you're slipping. You know, I mean, it's all of those things. Like you come out to hype music like that, it puts you in a mental mindset.
You just gave me
before I ran. Let me tell you this: before I ran track, man, you know, when DMX first came out in 98, 99, I used to listen to his music. And it would give me that energy to go and be out there. And that's what the 49ers got to bring. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the offensive line is for Miami is in shambles, then yeah, we can come in and go it. And then if you come in, you know, and you're looking at the defensive line for us versus them, we have the better rotation. See, they have starters.
They
You got your
great
Chubbs,
players.
you got your Melvin Ingrams, you got
Yeah.
your Xavier Howards. Like, it's no disrespect to their defense, but your defense ain't like mine. We out there kicking teeth in. And when you think somebody went down and we ain't gonna and we about to start losing a step, boom, we got somebody else that come right in. Now, Mr. Mason, that's where look, Kyle, please unleash him. Open the floodgates they're not ready for Jordan Mason. They're ready for CMC. They would have been ready for Mitchell, but he's pretty much done for the season. That's a wrap. And then, when you look at it, TDP's got to be dressed. Mason has shown you twice in short stints and short spans of time that he runs the rock just like Marion the Barbarian, like you said, Breezy. Give that man the ball and unleash him on this team. You already see in the press conference that Mike McDaniels is scared of Nick Bosa. He said the man does pass rush moves on the hand sanitizer machine.
Yo, that junk blew.
If he was there, he would do it on the podium.
Right.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like when I saw that shot of his mom when we were playing the Chargers and she had the half jersey on, of course.
Yeah.
I looked and I said, that woman needs to take out an insurance policy on her womb because she is bred.
It comes from the father first.
Like, yeah. Pop's got to take out an insurance policy on the family jewels and whatnot.
That's
and then that's what you're gonna be good for that. And then mom, she got to take. I'm telling you, Nick Bosa was doing pass rush moves in his mom's stomach, straight up.
They breed.
But what I see for this, Derek, I'm telling you, I don't know about that yet because I need to see a full game of him.
He's just not as big as Derrick Henry in my
He's not. No.
Yeah, but if he could get the speed going, if he becomes more of a focal back. And then you scat and put these other guys. I don't care if we pay Christian McCaffrey $85 million to come in and spell him. Let this kid play. He looks like a running back. I miss running backs.
Yes.
I like what we got, but I was a running back. I was no freaking scat back. I was going to run the ball first, second, third, fourth down if I need to, and then coach, I'm tired, bring somebody in. That's what I miss. That's Jordan Mason, bro.
Yeah, those every down backs, those dudes that you put the game on their back. Frank Gore. There it is. 49 great. You can put the game on his back, he'll take you to the promised land. Gore was never the fastest guy on the field, but he always fell forward, and he was a load to bring down. You saw him coming, you were like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna make a business decision. I'm going at his ankles. So the other thing, while you're unleashing Jordan Mason, that throws them off. They go, oh man, now we got to stop this young kid we don't know nothing about. Next thing you know, you hit him with Kittle. Next thing you know, you hit him with BA. Next thing you know, you hit him with Debo. We have the weapons. In this game, the offense can no longer be stagnant. You cannot put up 13 points against the Dolphins and get a W. It's not going to work. You must score. We can hold them as much as we can. But here's a stat for you. In a game that Tua starts and finishes this year, Dolphins don't lose.
They win.
So you have to be mindful of that. But our defense and our defensive line.
Well, who said Tua's gonna finish this game?
You just beat me to it.
Hey, I'm just saying. I said this last night. I gotta get the other people on here. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah.
I can talk to you all day. No,
of course. I'm just gonna say this. For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know there's a lot of confidence going into this game. But I'll tell you right now, I don't see us winning this game. Okay. I see Mike McDaniel besting Kyle Shanahan. And I see it by a small margin, 3, maybe even 1 point. But I do see us, I unfortunately see us taking the L in this one. Hopefully the defense shows me something that proves me wrong. But we'll see what happens. Thank you for having me, Breezy. Hopefully I redeem myself a little bit. With the bars.
The DMX soliloquy, and then you substituted 49er players inside the DMX song, and I was just like, shit is real. Let's go.
Yeah, hey, there it is, man.
Moving, bouncing, barking, talking. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Let me get these guys on, man. I love you.
All right, man. Peace. Peace. Good to see you, Fair.
My guy.
All right, Kenny. Let's go, baby. We patiently waited for this one, man. We got a bunch of people on here. They ready to talk. They talk. I ain't going nowhere. I got a haircut appointment. He could wait. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Good morning to both of y'all brothers, man.
Same to you, bro.
Yo, shout out to Dion and Turadon bringing that heat as always, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you got to follow it up though. Let's see how
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I'm gonna do a change. I want to do a little change of pace.
Okay.
I want to talk about the defense because what concerns me, even though our defense been lights out the last 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
You look at our last 2 losses, right? What frustrated our defense in our last 2 losses?
Let's go with the Chiefs and the Falcons, right? That's the last time we lost. All right. So in the Chiefs game, it was Patrick Mahomes. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. In the Falcons game,
Patrick Mahomes, but what else? They hit us with a bunch of quick hitters.
Nah.
The quick game.
No.
The quick game.
Nah. Not especially in that Falcons game. It wasn't much quick. They were running the ball. We couldn't stop the run.
Yeah, they were running the ball, but they was Marcus Mariota went like 14 for 19 in that game.
Yeah, he did.
And they were sustaining drives. It was all quick. It's quick passes and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm not saying like
there's a bunch of zone, and I don't think
it was a bunch of quick stuff to slow down our pass rush. Same thing in the Chiefs game. Before they blew it wide open. The quick game. You had the jet sweeps, which they did like 3-4 times on us. Scoring on those.
We weren't ready for that. That we weren't ready for. Like for some reason, we weren't ready for the jet sweeps.
Yeah, that's what's concerning. And they got a bunch of speed over there. So
expect jet sweeps.
So if they thinking like I'm thinking, what I'm saying, according to if they go with that game plan, it could be kind of concerning. Sustaining long drives,
Respect.
And especially if we're not scoring in the red zone when we get down there.
Yeah.
Because that is a huge part. I missed the game last week, but I was seeing on the highlights that we was in the red zone quite a bit and came away with nothing.
1 for 3, bro.
You cannot do that against a high power offense with them guys.
They said no jet sweeps. I like that.
Okay, that's cool, but
they're gonna run them today. They're gonna run them on Sunday though.
You know what I'm saying? If they go back and watch those games and see what frustrated our defense,
it's a good point.
That's what it was.
It's a good point. Why are we giving them tips? Why are we doing this? Because they watching the show.
You're right. I mean, I'm just.
Kenny gonna come back with a new name. He's gonna be called Penny. He's gonna come back with a new name, new look, new image, maybe even a new color. Because if the Dolphins win this game, they're gonna be like, Kenny, what you doing giving them intel? No, I'm just playing, bro.
Nah, bro, man. No, look, man. I think we'll win this game because coaches under Kyle Shanahan,
That's my guy right here.
Coaches under Mike, he's had one up on them. You know what I'm saying? He know their tendencies, and he been owning them. So that's why I have a good feeling about the game.
All right, I like it, man. Do we win this game? Because Dion said we lose this game.
I think we win this game because they've been yapping off at the mouth too. On Twitter, they've been yapping off at the mouth. So
talk about it.
I'm looking forward to this game.
All right,
but that's just my change of pace for this week. I just want to see how the defense gonna come out and adjust to whatever they got being thrown at them, because them quick passes been getting underneath our skin for the longest.
Ooh,
I would love that.
Damn.
So we talking about some guys. We talking about guys who could be gone in 60 seconds, man. As soon as they get the ball, they gone.
So we want defense first, right? That's what we want.
What I want, it's the same thing I told you with the Chiefs games. I want us to get the ball first.
I think the 49ers want to adjust. I think they can adjust better by seeing how they're going to come out. How many plays is it going to take? Notice how soft the defense plays at first. They play really soft. They play less coverage, real underneath. Are they going to play the short passing game? Because for some reason, and since the Chiefs game, just hear me out. I'm gonna let you go. Since the Chiefs game, they've been able to adjust, and I think it's because of the players that they have now. Remember, in the Chiefs game, they were just getting Jimmy Ward back. They had players that were still missing. Like it was gonna be rough, and they were.
We had to switch some things up.
We had to switch some things up, and so now that the players are used to the way things are switched up, it could be a different ball game. Notice how well they're adjusting now. After getting punched. Remember, the 49ers defense gets punched in the mouth every time, just about. And then all of a sudden, they come out and shut you out in the second half. See what I'm saying? So defense first, keep that train going. If we win the coin toss, keep it going, and then come out in the second half. Let Kyle run that scripted offensive play, because every time Kyle runs the scripted offensive plays, he gets to the red zone. It just works. I think that's still the blueprint. I know you want to come out guns blazing on offense, but I think if that happens,
I mean it's just that these players, the Dolphins they've been, you know what I'm saying?
It's different.
Something about this game, they just got them. They more outspoken about this game, about they feeling some type of way about this game.
There's one player not outspoken, and I got to get my man CJ Gray on here, and I appreciate you, Kenny. I will give Tyreek Hill, bro. If anything, he's kept it under bay.
It's mainly the former 49ers who doing the talking.
There you go. And they getting punched in the mouth on Sunday. I can tell you, if they play, they getting punched in the mouth.
Except most definitely.
He ain't said shit. He's cool. He's cool in my book. Maybe River Craycraft too.
All right.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
All right, man. Peace out. Woo! This is crazy. CJ, let's go. Let's keep this moving. I apologize if we didn't get to some of you guys that were in the background, but you're on now. CJ Gray, what's going on, baby? Love that beanie.
I appreciate that. Sound check. Can you hear me? Absolutely
clear.
All right. It's hard to follow up Terradome, man. Terradome wanted me to run through a wall, man. Yes, Lord.
There's about to be a hole in that wall behind you, bro.
Yeah, man. Terradome was on one this morning, man.
We should have. Yeah, he was different.
But I think that we're gonna win. I'll start with that, just because I think that Miami is a finesse team, and even though McDaniel took our scheme to Miami and stuff like that, he didn't take that toughness. He didn't take that dog down there. He didn't take that stuff down there.
Ooh.
When those small receivers that they got, we're gonna rough them up at the line of scrimmage, and we're gonna throw their timing off.
I was trying to tell him last night. He talking about, man, Tyreek Hill got lit up by Bobby Wagner. I don't give a who he got lit up by. He gonna get beat. He gonna get hit every play.
Because I mean, the Psycho Ward, they are not playing when the receivers catch the football. They come up and they mean business and bad intentions when they come up and hit you. Our corners are like that. Our wide receivers are like that. Like our finesse position players, they come up and they smack you in the mouth on offense with the receivers, smacking you in the mouth on blocking, and also after they get the catch and the yak and they got bad intentions, and our corners, safeties and stuff like that, when you get the football, they come up and they lay you down. It's like that one of those old gangster movies I've seen, man. You either get down or you lay down.
Lay down. State property, baby.
You either get down or you lay down.
I like it.
That's how we're gonna be up in this game with Miami. They haven't ran into nobody that's gonna do them like we're gonna do them. Tua is a small quarterback. We are going to lay the lumber to him. It is talked about in the defensive meeting rooms. They ain't trying to hurt nobody, but they're going to put the smack on him. And if your quarterback getting smacked around, he lying all over the ground. Your receivers are getting bullied at the line of scrimmage. They can't get their timing off, because one thing that we know about our offense is about timing and rhythm and physicality. And so they are missing the physicality part. But they got the timing and rhythm, which we're going to destroy with our physicality.
They're a finesse team. I would say they're more of the finesse. Yeah.
And so
And
that's.
have they?
Oh, go ahead.
I think Buffalo. I would say any AFC East team can play that physical style of football. That's when they see it. Because look, ask any Dolphin fan out there. We got one on here. He's about to come up here. If you ask any Dolphin fan, they will tell you, man, I don't give a fuck what the Patriots record is. I don't care what the Jets record is. Like, those are the toughest games in the division. We know that. It's the same thing with us.
Right.
Them games are 50-50 every year. You can pick one will lose one unless one team is really bad, right? But even that bad team, unless it comes at the end of the season, can still win the game. Luckily, we play Arizona for the last game, and I just don't see them winning in the last game unless we just play all special teams players at the starting positions. Like, it's the only way. But I guarantee you, they'll tell you, man, listen, man, look, physicality definitely comes in the division. And so they have not. I don't care if they played the Steelers. They played some tough defenses. But I guarantee you, like you said, they haven't played a team that has been in the surge. So the 49ers didn't just become number one. They were number one. They fell short. They got injuries, and they worked their way back to being number one. That should be more scary than anything ever. Like, you mean to tell me they lost their starting cornerback? They lost their starting defensive tackle? They lost their starting position? They didn't have their linebackers for weeks? What? And they're back to number one? Oh, snap. We need to probably prepare for this game a little bit different. That's how I look at it, man.
Linebackers, man, and then we get Armstead back. Armstead's supposed to be coming back this week. And that big 6'7" dude is going to be in front of that 6-foot quarterback they got over there with his arms up, sitting there putting his. I'm just saying that I just don't know what I think it's going to be harder for them than what people think. And then also too, D'Amico Ryans knows Mike McDaniel.
I was trying to tell him.
Their defensive staff don't know Kyle Shanahan. Their defensive, even though that McDaniel's going to be spending all week trying to put together offensive play sheet to beat us. He's not going to spend a lot of time on the defense and getting them ready. That's going to be on the onus of the defensive staff to get them ready, and they haven't played us, so we're really at an advantage in terms of who knows who in the gamemanship that's gonna go on Sunday, and finally, I guess this is the title of your show is Free Mason. We need to put Mason in the Elijah Mitchell role as the closer. Yeah. So instead of now Mitchell's out, we put Mason in. CMC does his thing, and then we let Mason do the Elijah Mitchell thing, except it's just going to be a little more punishing than it was before for opposing teams.
Well said.
And we need to get Mason moving forward in our short yardage packages. Like 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, the goal line. Let's run this physical back. Stop using these small guys to try to get these tough yards. And when you got a beast, you got like a fullback type guy sitting on the bench with speed. Get him in the game. Let him see what he could do and see if he can score for us.
Well said, CJ, man. I appreciate you, bro. I'm going to get these other people on here, man. But that was well said. See, you talk about I can't follow up, and then you gave us logic. See what I'm saying? Logic always works when it comes out of your mouth, bro. Appreciate you, man. Love you. Stay up, stay faithful, bro.
All right, man.
Peace out. All right. We've been waiting. Javier's in the building. What's going on, baby?
What's up, Breezy?
Hey, man, I want you to talk because you was like, get some non-biased people up on here. I was like, man, click the link, dog. Let's talk, man. Talk to me.
Man, I had to search for the link, bro, but I found the link, and now I'm here, and
yeah,
talk
to us,
I'm
man.
listening to your guests talk. They make some valid points about the Dolphins, so I'm not gonna repeat that. But what I was thinking while I was, listening to your guest is, the one thing that concerns me, man, is the 49ers defense. I'm not gonna lie, that is it worries me as a fan, because going back to the Cincinnati Bengals game, Tyreek Hill and Waddle couldn't really catch a ball against the Cincinnati defense. You know, they were really struggling before Tua got knocked out. And when he got knocked out, they were really struggling. You know, so comparing, you know, 49ers and Cincinnati, which 49ers has a better defense, but if Kyle Shanahan and the coaches on defense are gonna do something like that with Waddle and Tyreek Hill, man, we ain't gonna have not much. You know, we got a tight end on Gesicki that he's okay. You know, the run game, I'm not too sold on that because Cleveland and Detroit Lions, they don't count as a well defense team. You know, so the run game still has to be yet to be proven. They have to prove it, and they're gonna have to prove it in these 6 games coming up. So we're basically a one-dimensional team, you know, on the offense, on the air, you know, throwing it in the air, and you know, 49ers are right there with Dolphins and, as far as the receivers go, you know. So
I never ever first person that made
how
mention
I
of
see it,
it.
how I see it is you guys got a lot going on the run game, you know. So it'll be the air versus the run, you know, because Tua is poised, he's collective, you know, when he's throwing the ball. But
Right.
if you you know, you put the defense like the 49ers in his face, he's gonna be, you know, careful. You know, he's not gonna be slinging it that much. I know one of the players said that one of the Dolphins players said that Tua slings it. Yeah, he slings it, but when you chase him around, he's not gonna be slinging it so much. You know, Tua is one of the quarterbacks that you could mention that I seen in the Dolphins game this season where, you know, they come behind, like they came behind Baltimore Ravens, they came behind Bills, even the Detroit Lions, you know, and they were matching up, they were catching up. So the only thing that we got going for ourselves is how Tua can make a comeback, be that clutch QB towards, let's say, the last 5-6 minutes of the game. You know, there's and this group of quarterbacks that we have now, there's not that many QBs that can do that can play like, you know, the way Brett Favre played, the way Peyton Manning played, Tom Brady played.
I think all
You
those
know,
QBs
there's not that many of those quarterbacks now. Tua barely comes into mind when it comes to something like that. So that's the only thing that I believe that we got going is Tua and the receivers. But if like I said, if 49ers defense shut out Waddle and Tyreek Hill, man, we don't got much. We're like one-dimensional team, and and vice versa. If Mike McDaniel knows that the 49ers run game is their best game, then I don't know how, but Dolphins defense gotta make sure that 49ers is a one-dimensional team as well, where they're gonna have to throw it in the air. And comparing Jimmy G and comparing Tua, Tua got the better hand up in the air, you know, the most accurate.
I agree.
You know, Jimmy G is gonna not be so accurate, and like I said, when it comes to poise, when it comes to that pitiable moment, you know, looking at Jimmy G all the way back to when he was with New England, like he was not really so accurate. So it's gonna be an interesting game for 49ers and Dolphins. And the only last thing I want to say is why this is not a Monday night game or a Sunday night game or a Thursday night game. if analysts saying that this is a preview of what the Super Bowl is going to be, why are we not a night game, brother?
It's because of the
Talk to
Dallas
me,
Cowboys, man. It's it's because of Jerry Jones. I'm not even gonna say the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna say Jerry Jones. He owns TV. So he made sure that his team playing the Colts will be in prime time. So
Jerry got some other stuff to worry about right now. But we ain't gonna go there.
We're not gonna go there. But yeah, that's why, bro. But you did get flex next week, so you guys get to play the Chargers next Sunday night. But Javier, listen, I appreciate you. Thanks for jumping on. Very level-headed. I very like this conversation because you gave us some reasons why you may lose and you gave us some reasons why you may win. That is the type of fan that I like. Like, you could talk trash, but you backed it up, and I love it, man. Stay up, man. Appreciate you, bro. Good luck Sunday.
You too, bro. I'll be following your YouTube channel, and hopefully Sunday come around. If you're live, we can watch the game together on live.
Let's do it, bro. I'll be there, so I can't do it on live. But at the end of the game, I'll go live from the stadium. You could jump on. If you win, you could talk your trash.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Peace out. That was fun. That was fun. I need y'all to chill out. Yes, Melissa, you ready? I got to get to my haircut appointment, man. I didn't know you had to make haircut appointments now, yo. 22. The hell? This is not a beauty parlor. So 12:30. Shoot. Melissa.
Can I just say how amazing of a professional you are? And I wish I had your nerves because mine just a shot.
I'm sorry. What you got to do is before every show. Okay, so Melissa, what's going on, baby girl?
I'm sorry. I tried not to laugh and break your microphones. I just want to say, by the way, this is a great way to start off the month of December and the Christmas season by getting to celebrate it with family and getting to see Terror Dome just be Terror Dome and kick ass, absolutely be so intimidating. Nobody wants to follow him.
Nobody, not even me. I was ready to end the show. I had 30 of y'all in here, so
it's been such a joy to be on with you and Mike and Terror Dome on Nothing But Niners overreacting the last couple weeks. So I just want to say thank you, Breezie, for all you do.
This is how observant, Melissa, because I gotta go, but this is how observant this chat is. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Just be ready for this one. You ready? Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me get the comment. Melissa, I love the color on your wall. What color is that? Why in the hell are you looking at the color on the wall? Listen, hey, I ain't gonna knock it. The color is fire. That's like a seafoam green. Am I right? Am I wrong? What's going on, man? Look at me.
It is.
I'm an artist, baby. Yeah, that's how observant this chat is. The best damn chat in the world. We got to do a chat. We do a chat award at the end of the year. We got to do a chat awards. All right, so
I like the lighter colors. It helps out with the summer and the heat and everything because it gets humid here. So
I knew there was a freaking science to it. I knew it. I just like the way it looked. I knew there was a science. All right, Melissa, what you want to say about your team?
I want to say that I am so ready to see people shut up about our secondary because I am done with people disrespecting them because they're not household names. Mm-hmm. I can't stand it. I mean, you're mostly on the bench, and it feels like all of the national media kind of turned on them after that, and they have no faith in them. But they're part of the main reason why this team has been having 90 straight minutes of no points allowed, why they've had 4 straight shutouts the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're a household name or not. It's put up or shut up, and they put up. And I am so proud because for the last 2-3 years that you've run the show, it always felt like you were always warning about cornerbacks and safeties and how the front 7 would be let down all the time. And it's changed so much in 1 year. It's just, it's such a joy to watch it. It's not just Talanoa Hufanga. It's Samuel Womack when he gets to come in at the end of games. It's Mooney Ward doing his thing. It's Deshaun Gibson. It's Diamador Lenore. Like, yeah, he's struggling, but at other times he's taking on the Tyler Higbees like with no fear. And even if he gets burnt, he comes back and he doesn't let it in his head. And it's like, this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for like this kind of dominant defense to play since like the Fangio defenses from like the Harbaugh era. And I love that goal line stand. I probably watched it about 120 times already because it actually might be my favorite more than the Drake Greenlaw one from his rookie year because you didn't just have Drake Greenlaw wrap him up. You had Talanoa Hufanga there in like lightning quick speed with his shoulder knocking the ball out. And then you had Hassan Ridgeway run all the way in there like he was freaking a speeder like those old Tom and Jerry cartoons where he just came in, didn't matter what his size was, and he knocked the ball right out of like Jawan Johnson's hands, and he's like, "Dude, you're not getting this touchdown." And then like everybody just went right into the dog pile to make sure that the ball was nowhere near a Saint player. Like just to see all three levels work that way, like even if we were to lose, like that is something inspiring. That's something you could take into the playoffs. That's something that I don't think any of us saw, even the most like hopeful of fans. So like to see the stop defense just like take over and like that clip I sent you, where Drake Greenlaw's like 3 points, that's it. We got your back. You don't gotta do anything else. You got the lead, we got it. And they actually backed it up. Like that's something you can't teach guys.
That's that mindset.
Facts.
You know, that's that mindset, Melissa. And here's the cool thing about that mindset. You said it. You watched them come into this team as young pups, and now look where they are now. Fred Warner, young pup, coming in, had to start week one. Him, Bowman, Eric Reed was being shifted down from safety to line. It was a weird. It was weird. But they grew together, and I don't think that's what we're not talking about. We're watching the team when they came in here and they just grew together. And that's the best part, right? So that's why you can filter in a little young guy now, let them iron out their kinks because you have growth amongst your nucleus. And I think because the nucleus is where they are a band of brothers. They can play for one another. When somebody messes up, they can pick up the slack if somebody falls off. Listen, Diamador Lenore, in my opinion, had one bad game, and it was last week.
Yeah.
I don't think he had any other bad games other than last week. And it wasn't that he even played bad last week. He was just playing a weird type of coverage where he looked like he didn't understand what was going on. Does that make sense? Like he was with the guy, but he gave him too much space in the inside and he didn't follow him inside because he probably thought the safety was there. And the next thing you know,
I think
in the middle.
I think he spent most of the year preparing to be nickel. And I think he kind of changed his instincts, his way of reading the field. He like committed to that. And then I think he mostly got hurt, he had to like throw that all out. And now it's like sometimes you can kind of see his head where he's a little slow, not because of his actual speed, but because he's trying to like fight his instincts, because his instincts are saying this is how you would handle it if you were nickel, and this is how you're supposed to handle it if you're outside. I think that one little like miscue in your head can be the difference between you actually getting the playoff right and then you letting someone blow by you.
Good point. Great point. Great point, Melissa. Listen, I got 11 minutes to get to the barber. Don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm texting him now. Listen, do we win this game on Sunday? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we have yes, I'm not going to say his name, Dion, that said that we were going to lose this game. And I respect it. But I'm not going to say his name. Dion said that we were going to lose. I just
you just said his name twice.
I didn't say his name. I just said that his name was Dion, but I'm not saying his name.
No, I see us winning 24-21. And that's mostly because I think that we have a Brandon Ayuk, we have Jawan Jennings, we have these guys that are healthy, and even if they're not getting the ball, they're not gonna
weapons.
We're not gonna be afraid of the secondary. Like Xavier Howard is like I think one of the more underrated players in the league, but at the same time, these are guys that just don't fear defensive backs. They don't fear linebackers. They're very ready to just be like, you think I'm a offensive player, I'm gonna roll over for you? No, I'm gonna lay the smackdown on you, and then let's see how you handle me for the rest of this game.
I'm with you. I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with it. It's gonna be a bunch of smacking down and on Sunday. I can tell you that right now. But listen, Melissa, thank you for being on here. Got one more person I want to get up here, and we're gonna get up out of here.
Been
Love
nice
you.
to be with you and Fair. And by the way, this is the greatest thing ever that we get to start off the month of December with Nitty Gritty Niners, which is the bomb.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Appreciate the love and support. Thank you, hon.
Bye.
Peace. Boats. I've been wanting to talk to Boats. Oh no, wait a minute. They will need to connect. Boats, you got to connect your mic and your. There we go. See,
Man.
Boats, what's going on, fam?
Hey, what's up, family, man? And let me tell y'all are the best. That's why I joined up. Been lurked on this site for a while, but you, the community, Mose, everybody, man, I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. But I know you get your haircuts. I'll say this quick: is people better not discount Mooney Ward's inside knowledge of Tyreek Hill. You can't go practice OTAs, training camps against that dude and not pick up tendencies and everything else. And you better believe he's going to be sharing that with that whole defensive back group. And DeMeco Ryans knows how to game plan against a Shanahan offense. We see that in the beginning of training camp when, we get those reports and our D's just shutting down the offense. So, I'm just saying people better not sleep on that matchup. So, and I'm going to get out of here, Breezy. Let you get your haircut.
Boats, thank you for being on. We got to get you on longer than this. I promise you'll have more time to shine. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support, man. Stay up, stay faithful, bro. That was Boats. I've been wanting to hear from Boats. He got a clearer mic than me and you put together. You and I, I'm like, he's a professional. You know what I'm saying? Fair, let's wrap this up, bro. Look, I'm not saying that we're going to go out there and beat this team 52-4. I don't even know if you could do that.
You're not saying we're going to beat the pants or the shirt off the Dolphins?
Dolphins don't wear clothes. Right?
That's true.
Look, I'm not saying, oh my God, Melissa reminded me of the poll. All right, so look, fair. Well, what I am saying is that the 49ers will dominate in this game. However you want to take domination, be my guest. It starts off by freeing Mason. Let's get to the poll questions. Which 49ers weapon will be the most explosive? Got my West Coast music going on in my head. All right, we got 152 votes. And with 37%, the answer is Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, all right.
Brandon Ayuk. You with it, right? Like,
yeah.
I could dig it. It was Brandon Ayuk, Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey. A lot of people, Debo and McCaffrey are the lowest.
Because, they're going to get the most attention. Let's think of it that way. They're going to get the most attention. That leaves open for BA to get right. Can't do them all.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, GSU for life. Hold on, because the 49ers did dominate in this game. Somebody had a brain fart and stepped out of the end zone. We were winning, too. Somebody stepped out of that end zone in this game.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But they did dominate. Defense dominated. We'll say that. Guys, love y'all. Y'all the best.
Facts. By far.
Somebody got to get put on timeout. Like somebody, whoever that somebody is, come clean. You know what I'm saying? We put yourself on timeout. We'll deal with it later, but you're going in the corner after your behavior on today's show. Fair, I appreciate you for jumping in. Anytime you're free, man, you're more than welcome. You don't got to ask. You know how we do, baby. Everybody stay up, stay faithful. Tomorrow, we're going to preview the game. Myself, John Chapman. John and Wayne show will be on the WayneBreezie show tomorrow, 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Stay up, stay faithful. I got 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, till I'm gone. Got to go get this haircut. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.